Hello and welcome to the Somatic Movement and Mindset podcast with me, clinical somatic educator and founder of Total Somatics, Heidi Hadley. The Somatic Movement and Mindset podcast has been designed to help you gain a deeper understanding to how your mind and body work. You will learn about your amazing mind and body and why over time you can feel pain, recurring injuries and poor posture. Within this podcast, I will teach you why this doesn't have to be your future or the norm for you. Would you like to learn how to reduce pain, move freely, and gain a new lease of life? Let's get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Somatic Movement and Mindset. Now, we have just jumped into a new year. So if you're listening to this, it might be a bit later in the year, but it's currently January 2023. And so at the start of every year, we've all got these ideas and these thoughts and these goals and these intentions. However, sometimes what can happen is we can drop off, and sometimes it can be as early as middle of January. So what I want to do is use this opportunity for the month of January. And don't forget, again, if you're listening to this at a later date, it doesn't matter because the content that I'm sharing with you is applicable to every day of the year. So even if you're having a wobbly moment and you've got these focus and these goals and these intentions, it doesn't matter because all we can do is get that wobbly moment out of the way and then get back into the focus that we want. And so for this month, we're going to really look at our mindset. And I'm going to be doing some solo podcast episodes for you. However, I've also got some very special episodes with you. So you're going to meet some very special people. You'll recognize one in particular because she's been on my podcast before. But I'm also going to be sharing a dear friend and mentors with you. So since we've lived in Australia, my husband and I have basically really appreciated and nurtured these two very special people. And they have a lot of life experience. And so because of that, and their big subject is about mindset, they're going to be sharing a very special episode with you too. So look out for them. And then also I'm going to be sharing a lovely success or inspirational story with you, how somebody has actually noticed how their focus on mindset and mindfulness took them into an area that they never expected to go to. And so this is why I want to share this with you, because when we change our focus and our mindset, amazing things can happen. And so these are realistic examples that I'm going to be sharing with you, because it doesn't have to be huge eureka moments, but it's all those small little pieces over time, all those micro habits and those behaviors that when we look back, we can see the changes that have occurred. And also you'll know from episodes and also live events that I've held is that unless we really look at your mindset, other areas, especially in total somatic education, if we're not looking at the mindset, the mindfulness can be impacted, and so can our total somatic movement practice. Because we don't want to be just doing total somatic movement like in a mechanical fashion. We want to ensure that our mindset is fully in that moment. And that's when we can then develop the mindfulness skills, and that will flow into our total somatic movement practice. So you see, it's very important that for mindset as a whole, because it encompasses all areas of our life. And as you know, a couple of my very favorite quotes that I love is Dr. Wayne Dyer. And he always says, it all begins with how we choose to think. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And so let's consider that as we go through this month, because when we just change our focus or our perspective, the internal dialogue or that narrative that we have, we start to see things in a slightly different sense. And to be fair, from different behavioral patterns, it could be life events, it could be our upbringing, it could be our culture. All of these things have molded and shaped us to who we are today. And the person that we are today are made up of lots of habits. We're much more subconscious than conscious. And so what we do each day is a collection of what's happened over our lifetime. And so some of those things can serve us really well. However, in other situations, they could be holding us back, or they could be creating patterns of behavior, issues with like interpersonal relationships, all sorts of things that could be affecting basically our well-being and our happiness and our health. So that's why we're going to look at that during this month, because when we can really become fully focused and aware and fully conscious of our habits and our behaviors, that's where the changes happen. So this is just a little episode just to say hello and welcome and all that jazz. And we are going to be really taking on this month and again, I just want you to feel like the turbo boost. I really want you to feel that enthusiasm coming through the airways to you. And I'd love to hear from you. So let me know what your takeaway points are from the different episodes. But I just thought I'll sprinkle a little bit of that gold dust of all the different people around you. So as we start, we're fully boosted to really embrace and take on 2023 and beyond. So are you ready? Let's get started. I'll see you very, very soon. All my love and best wishes. Take care. Bye.
Thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating and also forward this on to somebody you know will benefit. To learn more about pain relief, plus how to improve your health and well-being, go to totalsomatics.com. Until next time, take care.